One of my least favorite questions that I get asked all the time is, how much does it cost to work with a ghostwriter? How much do you charge? These aren't bad questions. It's nothing like that. But there are just so many factors that go into how ghostwriters charge and how much they charge. Hi, I'm Naomi. I have been helping my clients write and publish their books for 19 years, and I am here to help you answer that all-important question: how much does it cost to work with a ghostwriter? First, let's get one thing straight, okay? The range of fees is wider than you think. There are some quotes that say anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000. There are other quotes out there that say somewhere between $25,000 and $250,000. And yet, you will still be able to find ghostwriters who will take on a project for less than the $10,000 and others who will take on a project at more than the $250,000. So, yeah. Wide range. So not only does it matter who you ask, but it also matters where you look. If you're looking at a freelance marketplace, something like Upwork or Fiverr, I have seen ghostwriters there who will take $1,000 or sometimes even less to ghostwrite an entire book, and they go up to about $24,000. I very rarely see a ghostwriter on one of those freelance marketplaces go above the $24,000 mark. It doesn't mean that they're bad writers or that they will produce bad work, although sometimes. The issue with these marketplaces a lot of times is that the writers there are largely unvetted. They're usually on the younger side, and they usually have less experience, not just with the writing, but with running a business in general. They don't know how to market. They join a marketplace. The marketplace promises to help them find clients, and they go with it. And this also means that a lot of time their contracts and their processes are unproven, sometimes not even solidified yet. And even if they are amazing writers, they probably don't have a whole lot of knowledge about the industry itself. Now, if you're looking at agencies, this is where you start seeing the price go up a little bit. It goes up to about $10,000 to maybe about $40,000, give or take. It might go up slightly from there. The writers at these agencies are still largely unvetted, but they tend to have a little bit more writing experience than the ones that you'll find over on some of the other marketplaces. However, they still don't have a whole lot of knowledge about the industry itself or about contracts, about processes, and they still rely on the agency to handle the business aspect of their freelance business. Additionally, these are writers who tend to take on as many projects as they can, and they don't really specialize, or they don't really know how to specialize or what to specialize in, because they still don't have a lot of professional experience in the realm of writing for other people. Then we move up to your independent ghostwriters. Hi. These are the ghostwriters that you'll find working freelance for themselves, and you usually find them on LinkedIn or Google. And you'll find the majority of these ghostwriters to charge anywhere between $25,000 and $100,000, depending on the project, which I'm going to get to in a minute. Now, the main thing that sets these independent freelance ghostwriters apart from the ones who work at an agency or the ones who are working through a marketplace is that they have learned and put together their own contracts and processes to run their business. This is also where you'll start seeing more specialists, although you will still find some generalists who get very excited about all kinds of different writing work. But the key difference here is that they know, follow, and understand the industry. And that means that not only are you hiring a ghostwriter to help you write your book, but you're also hiring a ghostwriter to help you give that all-important feedback that will help you get the agent, get the publishing deal, or get your book out to market faster. And finally, the creme de la creme, matchmakers. Yes, there are literary agents who specialize in matching up ghostwriters, their clients, with authors who are looking to put out their first book. A lot of times, these are your celebrities and politicians, and they are working with the elite ghostwriters. These elite ghostwriters are charging anywhere from $175,000 to $250,000 per project. Again, depends on needs. And these ghostwriters are not just following the industry, but they are embedded in the industry. They are the most vetted, they have the most proven processes, and they're fairly well known within the industry. Okay, so we covered that when budgeting out for your ghostwriter, it really does matter where you look. And not just in the quality of writing that you're going to receive, but in the knowledge that the ghostwriter is going to bring to you about the publishing industry itself, as well as their business processes and how well vetted they are as business owners. Next, it really does matter what you need the ghostwriter to do. How long is the book that you're writing? How many of the materials have you already gathered? How many drafts have you already started that you can send to the ghostwriter to start with? And in what time frame do you need the ghostwriter to turn around the writing? All of these things play a role in how much the ghostwriter may charge. And not only that, but what type of project are you hiring the ghostwriter to do? I'll admit freely that there are times when I get so excited about a contract, I will actually lower my rates and offer that author a little bit of a lower rate than I normally would, simply because it's a book that I want to be a part of so bad. It's going to have such a huge impact. And finally, this is where you really want to make sure that you're reading those contracts, because what else is the ghostwriter providing you with? Does their contract include revisions, editing, formatting? What type of formatting? And then, of course, you're talking about anonymity, transfer of ownership rights, understanding how the copyright transfer is going to work. And while we're talking about reading the contract, make sure that you pay special attention to the payment terms within that contract. There are still a lot of ghostwriters who will do some sort of a 50-50 split, 50% deposit up front, the other 50% upon delivery of the work. But the smartest ghostwriters will invoice their clients in milestone installments, like every 2 weeks or once a month or something along those lines. That way work can continue at a steady pace. The ghostwriter has a steady stream of income, and it's a win-win for both the client and the ghostwriter. So there you go. It can cost you anywhere from $1,000 to $250,000 for you to hire a ghostwriter. Glad I could narrow that down for you. Okay, look, the most important investment when it comes to hiring a ghostwriter, and I cannot stress this enough, is time. Once you hire a ghostwriter, you are entering into a long-term relationship with that ghostwriter. It could last months or even years. So you want to make sure that it's a ghostwriter you like. If you're interested in taking the next steps to finding a ghostwriter, you'll find my info packet in the description below. And in the meantime, if you have other questions about hiring a ghostwriter or what it's like to work with a ghostwriter, good news, I made a playlist.